Hi everybody, welcome to Real Magic Review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the BM project by Bavli, Haim Goldenberg and Amir Lustig. Before we do that, can you please like and subscribe and share? It makes all the difference, as I always say, and check out cardmagiccourse.com. Hundreds of videos on everything you need to know about card magic and more. So check that out. I've just uploaded loads more videos and doing most weeks, so you get a lot of bang for your buck. Right, let's get on with it. Lockdown, Zoom magic. So much Zoom magic everywhere, isn't it? And again, we have another Zoom magic thing, and I'm not going to lie to you, I could have made the mistake and have made the mistake so many times of going, do I need any more stuff on Zoom magic? I've got video chat magic. I've read Mark Elsden's things. You know, we got the thing we did with the XIDD project, but Chris Rawlings, all this stuff. And every time I do look at it, I go, I'm really glad I did. And that's what's happened here. So a while ago, I was talking to my friend Pete. He was showing me some stuff he was doing on Zoom Magic, which really piqued my interest. And I looked at it and thought, God, it looks like quite a difficult thing to set up. And actually, it's not. But it started making me think there is more to this than just the kind of, well, what started as doing magic tricks on telly, which is what, you know, I started doing on Zoom. Here's a magic trick that I do, which I think works still, by the way. Incidentally, I think you can still do a really nice coin and card trick on a screen, and it works just as well sometimes, depending on what you do. And then there's obviously the big push for mentalism now is because you can actually almost like you're reaching through the screen at that person and having some sort of communication that happens that can't really happen anywhere else but on Zoom, or so it feels. So we're creating this other thing that's happening that we can do in real life, but as they say on Video Chat Magic, it's starting to create an extra element that wasn't there before. And now we've got this. And as I said, my friend Pete was showing me some magic stuff that I've really thought, wow, this is incredible. But I didn't know how to set it up. I didn't really know where to source it. And Pete would have taught me through it. But at the time I was going, you know, is this going to be a hassle? And this comes along. Guy sends me this and I read it and go, this is exactly what I need. This is talking me through from beginning to end exactly what I need, the conditions that we can control, which is actually a lot easier than you'd think it would be. And they keep actually saying that. And it's true. You know, you'll get caught sometimes in the trap of going, this is going to be a hassle. It really isn't. And then they give you the routines. So this is, I'm going to talk around this, and I know it's probably okay to say it, but if you look at the clips and have a look at on Bakore Magic, and the BM project kind of means that and something else. And a lot of you are going to know, I don't have to go into it, but it's a concept that we know in magic and is quite difficult to perform sometimes because we have less control over the conditions. And this is using what we've got again and going, look, we can make it easy for us. We can have all this stuff set up. And we can do that stuff. Now, I always have a problem with this concept of magic sometimes, that it can look too magical, it can look too impossible. And this kind of gets over that because it's using the same concept, the BM concept, or which I think is okay to say, in a way that you wouldn't think. It's kind of by stealth. It looks organic, and I know it's an overused word, and it looks, I say that every time I say that, I've got to be less self-conscious about that. I always apologise by saying organic. It's not about, it's a good word. Let's embrace it. But it looks like you wouldn't even go there as a layperson at all. And this is where you're creating miracles, but there's nowhere to go with it when you see it. And I hope that makes sense. So it starts off, you know, they give you a nice thing where you match colours, so the cameras, and you can have yourself in the screen, by the way. A lot of these camera shots you see are from the top, and you can do different things with that, but you can be in the screen chatting on Zoom if you've put a bit of effort into it, so it gets rid of this idea of using it, camera angles and things like that. And they have a thing where you've got like 5 discs or something in different colours, and you have 5 plain discs, and you say to the person on Zoom, you know, where do you want me to put this one? Where do you want me? And it's a colour match thing. You turn everything over and the colours match, which is really, really clever. It's brilliant. And then it goes on to an ESP thing, which is really good. And it's got a Amir shows us this like a real invisible deck trick, and then you're going, wow, this is really good. Where the card, you know, you think, great for magicians because they think you're doing the whole invisible deck thing, and then you get the deck out and you've actually only got one card. You turn it over and it's the card that they said, that they've imagined is face up on their deck. But in the middle of it, it's got this routine which kind of mixes everything, and this really got me. It fooled me, and even though I knew the concepts, I kind of went, hang on, when did that happen? And it takes all of these things, and none of them, by the way, would be worked out by a layperson at all. I've no doubt about that. But when you start mixing it up, this is where I started going, wow, that's incredible. That completely got me. And even though I kind of, because of how they presented it beforehand, I knew kind of what to look for. I went, no, I didn't see that. And they've taken mentalism, other mentalism methods, and mixed them up into something that is just so miraculous and incredibly versatile. I'm looking at this going, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And again, I don't usually do that. I find that thing, I have to get bits of paper out to do that. And, you know, I've got a gig in a couple of weeks hosting an award ceremony, and there is no doubt that I'm going to do this stuff. The second I looked at this, I'm on Amazon, I'm getting this stuff, and it's arriving today. And about that, I was going to get some footage of me doing this, and I didn't want to, because I think we've got to be very, very careful with this. It's a lot of the app stuff. Once the cat's out of the bag, I think it could completely blow the whole thing once it becomes common knowledge. So I think this is why I'm not putting this on my normal Facebook page, and it's all just going out for magicians to share it, because it's not going to get as many views. But I think we do have to be careful. So I didn't want to put too much footage. And I know on the BM project, you can see videos of them doing it. And I think that's fair enough, because you have to kind of search for that. You know, there may be some people who come across this that if I showed it, they might start looking at it and scrutinizing it, which I think it's made for that interaction, that moment. But do have a look at the links below for the BM project website and all the Bakore stuff. So my mind is already gone to lots of different places, and that's what they've done. They've said that they're giving you the raw materials, which are miraculous routines if you just took them carbon copy straight out and did them, and that's totally fine, I think, to do that when you're just feeling your way with this stuff, but you are straight away going to be seeing the potential in this. You will have to, there is a little bit of arts and crafts going on. It's very, very simple, very easy, not too time consuming, and quite cheap. I've spent about £10, and it's going to set me up for the whole thing, and that's repeatable. Once you've made the stuff, you'll just be able to use it again and again and again. There's a prediction that he did at the end, which was a confabulation thing, which completely fooled me. Even by this time, I've scrutinized the download. I've watched it all. It's a 1 hour and 9 minute download. I know exactly what's going on, and there's still a moment I went, how did that happen? I didn't see that. It's that good. And on that, there is then another way of doing it where you have the camera going down on the thing, which is almost even more impossible. So they do bring that into it. The way they give you ways of doing this, where you can be in front of the camera facing it so people see your whole body and where the work's going on, or you can have this second camera down and do different things with that. I really, really like this. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. The guy sent me this a long time ago, and I didn't want to just rush it. I wanted to sit with it, watch it, and study it, and I did. This 1 hour and 10 minutes, I think, has given me probably 20 or more minutes of material to do in different, you know, that I can tailor for different events. You know, like I said, I'm hosting this thing on Zoom, and I'm thinking I can do that because it's an awards ceremony, and it's a high street awards ceremony, and talking about the shops in the high street, I'm going, I can do this sort of prediction. So, you know, you mix that with the magic, with the other mentalism you're doing, and we're starting to put together a really interesting idea of a varied magic show now. I think we're creating a theatre in front of our screens, which again isn't as good as a real one. We all know that, but let's work with what we got. And it's people like the Video Chat Magic guys, people like the Bakore Magic guys, and of course people like individuals like Chris and Mark Elsden that are really putting the work in and spending the time basically so we don't have to, which is kind of what we're spending our money on, isn't it? There is a Facebook group with this, which again expands the whole thing again. So when you look at the price, sometimes you look at it and go, well, it's that much. I think it's like $69 at the moment, or euros or whatever for, you know, this download. But you've got to think of what it gives you, and the access to the community on Facebook, and all other ideas. You know, they'll give you more ideas, which is another great thing that's happening at the moment. All these communities that are popping up that are expanding the thing out from just this download. And that's what they've said they want to do. They want to give you this stuff and then expand it out. And they keep saying about this is just the ingredients we're giving you here, you know, and which those ingredients can make you a lovely cake, or you can use them and make a really amazing cake. God, I tried to do a cake metaphor. It didn't work, did it? But there you go. But I know, again, I'm being very gushy, but it's really good stuff, this. And thank you for putting it together, guys. I'm excited to look at the other stuff that Bakore Magic are doing. And what's really nice as well, by the way, incidentally, is I enjoyed watching this. You've got these three guys. I mean, Guy, I think, is in Fort Lauderdale. Haim is in Canada. And Amir is in Israel, I think. And I think I got the right. Yes, I have. And they're all just chatting and hanging out and coming up with ideas on the fly as they're doing this. And I enjoyed that chemistry between them. These are three people that perform the stuff. Look at their websites. You know, if you look at the Bakore Magic website, you got links to each website. You know, and the stuff that Haim's done on Canada, on Canadian TV, and you know, well, all of them have done loads of TV work, loads of presenting work, and they live and breathe this stuff, and that's where you want your information from. So get amongst it and enjoy it and make the most of it, and let's create something really cool. So there you go. That's a BM project. Have a look at it. Links below. Please like, subscribe. Check out cardmagiccourse.com. It is really good. I know I'm saying that, but I'm really proud of it now. It's just huge, and I can guide you through that sometimes overwhelming journey too. Have a good one. See you later. Bye-bye.